There are laws in this universe that govern everything, not laws created by governments, not moral laws made by men. These are universal laws, spiritual, energetic, and constant. And here's what most people don't realize. You don't get to break these laws. You either live in harmony with them, or you suffer the consequence of ignoring them. Just like gravity, you don't have to believe in gravity. You don't have to understand it. But if you step off a rooftop, you'll still fall. Because gravity doesn't ask for your opinion. It doesn't respond to your emotions. It simply is. And just like gravity, there are 7 natural laws of the universe that operate with absolute precision. These laws were not created by man, so they cannot be changed by man. They must be abided by man. They must be aligned with. They must be lived through. And once you do, you gain access to what few ever do: flow, power, ease, creation. So let's walk through the 7 universal laws and what they mean for your results, your mindset, and your life. Law number 1, the law of vibration and attraction. Everything is energy. Everything moves, nothing rests. From the cells in your body to the thoughts in your mind, everything vibrates at a frequency. When you think thoughts and emotionally internalize them, you change the frequency you're on. And that frequency determines what you attract. This is why people say feelings are the secret. Because how you feel is your point of attraction. You don't get what you want. You get what you vibrate with. Your vibration drives your actions. Your actions create results. So if you want new results, don't start by working harder. Start by changing your vibration from the inside out. Law number 2, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Energy is always moving, always changing, always seeking form. Every thought you think is a spiritual seed. And that seed, if nourished with feeling and focus, must begin to move into form. This is the creative process. The invisible moves into the visible. The spiritual becomes physical. Ideas become results. Your job? Hold the image, nourish it, act on it, and trust that energy is always seeking to express through you. This is how thought becomes form. This is how faith becomes fact. Law number 3, the law of rhythm. Everything flows. Everything rises and falls. The tides, the seasons, your mood, your momentum, it's all rhythm. If you're in a downswing right now, don't panic. You're not broken. You're not stuck. You're not cursed. You're simply experiencing rhythm. The key is not to avoid the lows. The key is to stop fighting them. Honor the rhythm. Know that a new cycle is already on its way. Train yourself to think up when you're down, and you'll ride the wave instead of drowning in it. Law number 4, the law of relativity. Nothing is good or bad until you compare it. This law teaches that everything in life just is. We make it big or small, hard or easy, by what we compare it to. You may feel behind, but compared to what? You may feel small, but relative to who? Use this law to raise your self-esteem. You're good at something no one else around you is. You've overcome things others wouldn't survive. The moment you shift your point of reference, you shift your power. Stop comparing down. Start comparing up, or better yet, compare only to your potential. Law number 5, the law of polarity. Everything has its opposite. Hot, cold, up, down, joy, pain, fear, faith. Here's the truth. If you're facing something negative, that means the positive side of it must also exist. And not only does it exist, it's equal in strength. The problem isn't the polarity, it's where you place your focus. Use your mental faculty of perception to see both sides of a situation. Choose the higher side. Think the empowering thought. See what others don't see, and you'll move forward while they freeze. Every challenge carries its breakthrough. Every breakdown contains your blessing. Law number 6, the law of cause and effect. Nothing happens by accident. Every effect in your life has a cause, and that cause is you. If you want to change your results, stop working on the result. Start working on the cause. Thoughts are cause, words are cause. Actions, energy, belief, these are all causes. When you speak good, do good, and think in harmony with your desires, the universe must return that to you. Not because you're lucky, but because you're aligned. Law number 7, the law of gender and gestation. Every seed has a gestation period. Every idea, every vision, every goal you've planted in your mind requires time to manifest. We live in a world that worships speed. But real creation doesn't work like that. You plant the idea. You nourish it with focus, feeling, and action. And then you let it grow. Masculine energy thinks and initiates. Feminine energy receives and nurtures. You need both. When you honor this law, you stop forcing and start trusting. You begin to feel the natural timing of life. And things start coming to you faster, not because you pushed, but because you were finally in harmony. If you master the laws, you will master your life. These laws are real. They are not good or bad. They just are. When you align with them, life feels magical. When you fight them, life feels impossible. So the question isn't, do the laws work? The question is, am I working with them or against them? Once you learn to live in harmony with these laws, you stop reacting. You start creating. You become the cause of your reality. You move from fear to faith, from force to flow, from stuck to unstoppable. Because now, you're working with the rules of the game. And that's when life starts responding to you. You are not exempt from the laws, but you are empowered by them. And when you align, nothing can stop you.